Good afternoon. I would like to begin by thanking everyone for being here today. My name is Ashley Carter, and I am presenting information on doing business in Canada. This is for my Business Communications class, BUAD 2200. In today's society, with the advancing technologies that we have, doing business internationally has become second nature. We are able to travel to different borders and talk to people as if they were right next door, thanks to the advances in technology today. Even with that, Canada's close proximity does make it a prime foreign market for American business. It's easy to access, and we speak the same language and have very similar cultures. Even though these cultures are similar, there are nuanced differences that is important to pay attention to. In this presentation, we're going to focus on political practices, religious and folk beliefs, as well as ethics, values, and laws. First, we will begin with politics. Canada is a Commonwealth country, meaning that it is ruled by a prime minister and independent, but technically under the crown of the Queen of England. Also, instead of having a Congress, as we do here in America, they have a parliamentary system, much more similar to what they have in European countries. As similar as we are, Canada has 4 political parties versus 2, and it's a much more left-leaning society, one that puts the greater good of the whole before the individual. And because of that, there's a lot more social programs in Canada, which leads to higher taxes. When doing business or starting a business, that is definitely something to be aware of because it affects your bottom line. And when you're used to a certain amount of taxes, I believe in America, the GDP of taxes was 28% versus Canada, who had 36%. So it will affect your bottom line, and it's definitely something you need to pay attention to. Another difference that you would need to pay attention to in Canada is they do not enjoy the freedom of speech laws and liberties that we do here in America. While it's very similar there are certain rules such as referring to people by their pronouns. And then in addition to that, political beliefs are not considered protected belief in many of the provinces. So while you might not only be offensive to somebody, you might actually be breaking the law. So the best practice, like anywhere, is to keep politics out of work. In polite society, do not discuss politics at work. The next subject we're going to talk about is religion. Canada is a predominantly Christian country with 55% of the adults identifying as Christian, but it is following the world trend of steadily decreasing in people that don't claim any religion or any church participation. 69% of the population responded to a recent survey that they don't think religion has any factor on daily life in Canada. So it's very much a secular nation as we are here. Also, they have a very low restriction on religious freedoms, so it is a spot that many people flee to when they are escaping persecution for religious beliefs. Because of this, there are a diversity of religions in Canada, everything from Muslim to Jewish to Sikh. So, as with anywheres, you want to be cognizant and aware of these differences and respectful and polite. Last, we're going to discuss ethics, values, and laws. Canada, like America, is a low context society. They prefer direct communication. If you're going to say no, they want you to just come out and say no. Also, they like to stick to the facts. But what's something that is different, and I know this from having a brother-in-law that is Canadian, they are much more polite than we are here. So aggressive jokes and aggressive demeanors may be taken the wrong way there because just in general, it's a more polite society. As I was saying earlier, While they do value the individual more than any high context society does, they do have a more left-leaning ideology, which tends to make them more concerned with the greater whole and also leads to social programs such as healthcare to benefit the greater good. And as I mentioned earlier with politics, this will affect your bottom line with taxes when you are doing business in Canada. Something else to be aware of are the different laws regulating business in Canada versus what you may be used to in America. In Canada, lobbying is strictly regulated by at the federal level. You must register either as a lobbyist or an in-house lobbyist. If not, you can be faced with fines, restricted from doing business, and even possible jail time sometimes. In conclusion, Canada is a great foreign market. With its close proximity and similarities, it makes it it makes it easier to do business across that border. And even though we are similar in so many ways, it's those nuanced differences that you pay attention to that will really make you stand out as a business star. Thank you.